Hello everyone and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. So today we have the Ocarina of Time Battle Royale Season 2 Semifinals race. So today on commentary we will have Chimpanreeve and the new IT guy. So thanks everyone and have a great race.
Thank you, Alka. Welcome, everyone. It is week 8 of Battle Royale, the final week before the 4-person final. This is the last elimination week of the tournament, where 2 players will be eliminated, and I'm excited to see who they are. New IT guy, how are we doing?
I'm doing well.
Alright, let's just gonna kick our runners off. So we should be starting in around 30 seconds. Alongside the 4 runners we have here, we have Hyper is racing off the restream, and I also did the async, so this is technically a 6-person race. We will lose the person with the lowest round score, and we will lose the person with the lowest total score after the end of this race. Hyper and Timmy, technically the most comfortable. With Cola, myself, Durax, and Ink probably being the 4 that most likely to be eliminated. But Cola, even then, is still fairly comfortable. So looks like it's down to me, Ink, and Durax. And away we go. Interesting start.
Yeah.
Deku Tree Foolish. Fountain start is a bit weird. We do start with Serenade, so we can at least get the hell out of there pretty quickly. So Cola and Ink have chose to do. Durax, Timmy seem to be staying. Of course, it is.
I want that other hint.
Yeah, Lake Hylia Foolish is quite nice considering Ink and Cola have just gone to Lake Hylia, so they are going to waste time that Timmy and Durax won't. So immediately paying off there. So Durax is going to do a Forest Temple for 3 Foolish hints immediately. That's pretty incredible, all things considered. So that's a few places we know we don't need to touch. Durax is doing the domain checks. Ink and Cola have wasted their time with doing scrubs, but we are now in market, which is going to be a pretty dense play regardless. Cola with some some very interesting camera shenanigery there in the guard hut. Not quite sure what was going on, but left without dying. That's the main thing.
I agree. Not dying is one of the better choices in this game mode.
Yeah, when you've got 2 lives, not dying is fairly optimal as far as things go. Cola's finding a slingshot there, by the way. A pretty nice item to find super early.
Wall-locked Iron Boots and Eyeball Frog.
Yeah, Eyeball Frog, as well as I think there was a strength as well in the bazaar for 200 odd rupees, so that's double wallet locked strength. Going straight for the Keaton mask. And Durax, the boomerang pickup. That's pretty huge. As Cola reads some hints, Sunsong is on Nocturne. We saw Fountain Path to Volve. That's a pretty big win, especially since we started in Fountain. Ink getting the cursed bottle with the Poe inside. Of course, you can't drink a Poe really in Battle Royale because there's a 1 in 4 chance you'll take damage and immediately die. Now, interestingly enough here, Durax could choose to go and open up Jabu. He's just found a Rang. Could be a vanilla Jabu. But we'll see if he chooses to dump his fairy. We don't have a child song. Ooh, there's a hook shot in Domain as well.
Domain loaded.
Yeah, 140 rupees. That's a lot of shop items. 1 wallet is pretty good. Cola already adult. Not hanging about. I think we saw this last week. Cola was very quick with the age change, doing a lot of adult stuff early, which made for some very interesting routing in the sort of second half of the seed. We'll see if it pays off for him again. It's like Ink. Ink's doing the scrubs again? Oh no, this is the ranch scrubs. I was going to say, he can't be doing the scrubs again. That'd be lunacy, but no, he's fine. Durax is doing the scrubs, however, despite having the hint that Lake is dead. Maybe hoping for some bomb chews. Which I think's fine.
Or muscle memory did.
Sorry, say again?
I said or muscle memory did.
Yeah, it could just be muscle memory for sure. But there's a few junk items you don't really mind finding. Stick and nut upgrades, shields, bomb chews are all still useful.
And fire arrows.
Another wallet locked item. So, could be a good amount of farming rupees in the next 45 minutes to an hour if we do end up finding a wallet. No sign of any shields yet. It's going to make everyone a little bit nervous. No one really wants to be doing any dangerous checks without shields, so definitely keen on finding those as soon as possible. Now, this is the first time I've had Timmy on Restream since the start of Battle Royale. Timmy couldn't make Saturdays, so it's just sort of been perennially off-stream. So we'll see if being on-stream adds any pressure, adds any nerves to their play. We get to sort of see a bit more of what they've been doing to do so well in Season 2 thus far. They are second place behind Hyper, getting very comfortably points-wise, so no real risk of being eliminated through total points, but anyone could have a bad week. Anyone could take a dodgy hit to a Stalfos, to Darnalfos, to Downpay, whatever it might be, so no one is really safe. Alright, Cola. Oh, interesting. So Cola reading that the first logical hookshot is actually in Valley.
Let's get info.
Yeah, that is great info. Although Cola doesn't know the other hookshot is in Fountain.
It's in Sora Shop.
Sorry, Domain. Domain Shop. Yeah, so that's we'll see when they go back to Domain. I can't imagine it'll take too long for that spawn. But that's good for them. They're going to probably, as they rushed Adult so quickly, so we see Domain to Baronade as one of the other hints on Temple of Time. So it won't take too long before Cola goes back to Domain. But yeah, Cola's definitely going to benefit from that very fast Adult 1. And getting that hookshot info super early. Looks like Cola's also going to be the first person to get some points as we make our way through Sungrave. As long as there's no side hopping, back walking, they'll be able to pick up a couple of points here without too much trouble. Yep, no real issues. Needs to be careful of the camera from that re-dead. Pause buffering just to make sure that they don't accidentally do like a side roll into the poison there, so is okay. Didn't notice earlier, but it's Song of Time on Lon Lon Ranch, which isn't super useful. It's a little more useful than normal, but still not really what you'd want to see this early. You kind of want warp songs early in Battle Royale. Time is of the essence for all of these seeds, so the more warp songs, the better. Starting with Serenade isn't too bad.
Cole's picking up storms. out of composers.
Ah, yes.
Does unlock bottom of the well.
Yeah, it does. And again, benefits that quick adult one, so they're going to be able to go back child and open up a dungeon, get their hook shot quite quickly. So overall, looking like rushing adult was probably the correct play so far.
It looks like the paperweight in the box.
Yeah, pretty rough to have the Rang super early and not be able to pull off the trick with it, because there's just the Stone of Agony on the crate, which is, you know, I don't think anyone's going to be going for that one. Alright, Cola up against Dampe, a true one-on-one for the ages. Needs to be a little careful. Doesn't have Song of Time, so we'll need to save quit after this race. So we'll see where the adult spawn is. As Ink now also adult. Durax and Timmy spending a bit longer as child here. Timmy showing off that he's very nicely equipped with that slingshot and Rang, so I totally understand staying child at this point in time. Kind of only need explosives and then you're pretty kitted out. Need some dungeon info though. No sign of dungeons just yet, and that very much dictates progression in these sorts of seeds. Cola, where are we going to spawn as adult? Nice. A lake spawn is, I'm going to be honest, is pretty garbage. Especially when we already have Serenade and no other warp songs. That's a rough one, if there ever is one. Durax. Player 3 into their adult cycle here. Only Timmy is still child. Ink picking up a brown chest again, looking for some explosives, I think. Always worth trying to find. So Timmy is going to be the first person to do Night Market. So another stab at finding some shields. What's my favourite spawn in Battle Royale? Well, I know the meanest spawn is, well, the meanest spawn that I've seen was Sacred Forest Meadow. That was a pretty good one. My favourite spawn... I think I do enjoy a good valley, like Fortress Side Valley spawn. Helps, it really makes the logic interesting, and as it's a pretty arse place to get, it does help with routing a little bit. So I'm a big valley enjoyer for spawning. Or just like Kaku's also a nice place to spawn. Ink almost getting hit by that by that fire there. So Dampe putting a shift in, but we're fine. Still got 20 seconds to make it, so no real concerns. Timmy, yeah, there we go. So Timmy finding a Deku Shield and some affordable hover boots. Very nice. Choosing to go to the Deku Shield first, but I assume is just going to grind a few rupees and go back for those hovers. Cola now going back child. Pretty rough for Cola to have save quitted out of the Dampe race and having to basically haul ass for like 2 solid minutes just to go child. But that is the advantage that Ink had of doing Ranch first. Timmy just about getting enough rupees for those hovers. Still needs a tiny bit more. No sign of a wallet just yet, but still very early. Cola has timed their time of day nicely, so they are also going to get that Deku Shield before they do too much more child, which will really benefit them nicely. But when are they going to go back to Domain? I think that's the big question for Cola, really. recovers first to Cola. Boots over protection. I value that. I only need 6 more rupees to get that shield though, so no real issue. Ink finding out you cannot sell a Poe to the beggar. Can only sell the Poe.
You will drink it.
Yeah, you'll either drink it. You can sell it to the actual Poe salesman.
Mm-hmm.
So you can free up that bottle if needs be, but only that one specific spot. Well worth doing though, because you don't really want to get rid of your fairy to replace it with like bugs or a fish or anything like that. So probably going to see a couple of cheap sales. I think like 10 rupees you get for that Poe. So, oh, Forest Temple.
No shield. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I think this is a kill Wolfos and leave situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get the couple of points off the Wolfos. Yeah, I don't think they're spending much time in Forest Temple. It's also foolish, as we found out earlier, so no real incentives to stay, especially so under-equipped as they are.
Right. I mean, with the shield, you could try the Stalfos if you wanted, but...
Yeah. And I think we'll definitely see plenty of that with once players get their first shields, but so far, we are shieldless for adult. We at least have a Deku shield. And Timmy has stayed child, for what it's worth, so is choosing to take their good resources and continue on a bit more. Of course, they don't know that Valley has a hook. We don't even know if it's Child Valley checks, to be fair. It could be in the scrubs or in the hammer chest, but we'll see if they end up going there and picking it up naturally. They'll be pretty annoyed if they spend so long as Child, but actually don't do Valley, because then they'll have lost a fair bit of time. Alright, Cola is Cola didn't do diving? Or did do diving and messed up the flame storage? Can't quite tell. Either way, they're doing the chest first, and that is the one with the rang, so ultimately the most important one. Ink is gallivanting around in Hyrule Field after discovering that pretty nasty save spawn location for adults, so they're going to feel pretty annoyed at themselves, same like Cola. Just booking it back to Temple of Time just to go get that hook shot, I think is the play. Timmy tried to get the 4 Gways. I don't know if he succeeded. I don't think he did. So he's going to go for it again. Also notably, Timmy is in Night Ranch, so that tells me that they are probably going to be focusing on skulls fairly early. Oh, 5 Gways there on Timmy's side. No bonus points, but pulling the trick off nicely. So a nice 4 points for Timmy. Already on 7 skulls, so yeah, it's going to be making some good headway towards that 50 skull goal. Cola picking up their boomerang. Ink is finally returning as Child after their cross-country excursion. And Durax is up against the wicked and wild Firestarter. Everyone should have enough experience to not really worry about this anymore. It's only when you're like trying to save off a few extra seconds that you start to risk a little burn. Ink finally reading that Lake Hylia is foolish. P-Hats making a rare appearance. Of course, as we've mentioned before, P-Hats were a little nerfed this season from last, but if you're going this way anyway, no harm in picking up a few bonus points.
They're consistent points too.
Yeah, for sure. And with the slingshot as well, you can get the ones that shoot up into the sky fairly freely. Pretty safe. So yeah, probably not going to do all of them, but that's at least 4 points on Timmy's side if they do the whole sort of like east wing of field. There we go, getting the sort of the right distance for the one here. Just cheese it nicely with the slingshot. If you don't get close enough, it doesn't spawn those mini P-Hats. So super safe. As we approach 20 minutes, no sign of some fairly key items thus far. We think we know where a hookshot is. No one's actually got it yet, but no sign of a bow, and no sign of any explosives. I've not even seen any bomb chews, so yeah, players will definitely be getting slightly nervous. Not that big of a deal just yet, but you definitely want one or the other early to sort of help you progress through dungeons and additional checks. All farming rocks to buy some beans from everyone's favourite bean salesman. Does it count as a favourite bean salesman if you're the only bean salesman?
As long as you don't travel to Termina.
That's true.
I would say technically, yeah.
Okay, so do not swap dimensions is what I'm hearing. Okay. Good life advice, generally.
I mean, I have a favorite sister. I will not confirm or deny if she's my only sister, but she's still my favorite. So I think it works similar to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And of course, you've jumped dimensions, so, you know.
Yeah.
For first-hand experience. Alright. I think we've seen Mido's house before, but Durat's confirming that Mido's house is pretty rubbish. Timmy now up to 8 skulls. Ink, the final person to that looks like they're going to get their boomerang here. And yet no one has checked the Jabu entrance.
Yeah, well, the problem with checking the Jabu entrance right now is, one, you have to throw away your fairy. Or gamba that you don't accidentally murder yourself, and there's a shield.
Yeah, we have found an adult shield, a mirror shield on the side. And yeah, you're completely right. Especially at the very beginning, where there's no real way of refilling your fairy. But now that you've got ZL, or at least most of them do, you can just play ZL on the hint stone outside of Jabu to get that fairy back once you've fed the fish. Yep. So safer now to go and sort of see what's in there, but still no one really going for it just yet.
I don't know, that may be and for these runners, maybe not Durax, you are taking your life into your own hands there.
Yeah, Durax is an absolute madman when it comes to during these moblins. Everyone else plays it fairly safe, but no, Durax is a monster. No fear. I think he's died that many times. He's kind of like a vaccine. He's just got Moblin vaccine and is just completely unafraid.
Wow.
Shit's given. Just one more to go. Still going for the side hops, but didn't quite get the timing right, so he's going to have to wait on this one quite a bit. So Losing about 30 seconds there, which is not ideal. Oh no, just manages to pull through, but doesn't get the hit. Oh, that's even worse. Losing more time. There we go. Gets him in the end, and that is 5 sweet points for Durax. Shieldless as well, so fair play for going for the basically the riskiest version of that goal. Easier with a shield, because you basically can't prevent damage, and they get Requiem as a reward. Finally, another Warp Song. As Timmy reads that Goron City is past the Bongo. Of course, we already have hovers. So, could just be Dins for that boss key. Of course, boss keys are vanilla in Battle Royale. Dungeon ER is on. We don't know where Shadow is. GTG in the Deku Tree. Cannot imagine Timmy is going to be fighting any enemies as child here. And Ink has finally chosen to show us what Jabu Jabu holds, and it is a bottom of the well. So, now starting to see our dungeons.
That's worth a few checks. And you can peek everything that isn't bomb locked.
Yeah, Ink could be pretty pleased with this. As you say, we can essentially check everything. Might not be able to get everything, but...
Right. And every brand chest in here that you don't open is definitely that pack of bomb chews that'll let you finish it.
Yeah, it's that big 20. Of course, it does have Rang, so unless there is a bomb-locked key, and even then if there's a bomb-locked key, they can get the gold skull reward for bottom of the well here by getting all of the skulls. Might have to save Scum a key or two, but we'll see how we go on. Timmy approaching their 30th minute on their child one. Very committed to taking the equipment that they have and just doing as much as they can. Hasn't really paid out. No sign of those nice adult items that would have benefited that adult one cycle that Cola did earlier. Of course, speaking of Cola, Cola is adult again. I think just went adult to get rid of the Poe. And is just going straight back child. He's like, nah, I want this bottle too much. I'm just getting rid of it.
Well, when you've got the boomerang this early, fountain's open and your spawn's in fountain.
I know, I respect it. Just really, really wanting to take advantage of that early bottle whilst not taking any risks of dumping that fairy. So that's fine. They're going to have essentially bugs and fish accessible for the rest of the seed. I think this is the first time we've seen Lost Woods on Timmy's side as a child, so could be a few things here that we end up uncovering. Doesn't have Skull Mask, but I'm not sure if we've seen a Skull Mask in already.
Skull Mask would have definitely made that room nicer for Ink.
Yes, indeed. Although the goal itself, you can't wear the Skull Mask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense.
But still very, very useful in bottom of the well to have the mask. Even in the other rooms, it's very useful. So yeah, it does need to play it a little cautiously. They don't have the slingshot. They still have the Rang, but no slingshot to protect them a little bit further in the well here. 2 keys so far, so getting the gold skulls isn't going to be too bad with just 1 save scum potentially. Durax is now off to Desert Colossus, so we'll get to see another dungeon and plus a song. Points-wise, everyone fairly low at the moment. not too bad for half an hour, but yeah, it's not been a generous seed. Ink needed to play a little careful there. That dead hand spawning a little close to comfort. Durax finding Saria's Song and Colossus, which is pretty weak. Not great. You really do start to want your warp songs, and more of those warp songs are going to be on those difficult locations. So the end of Ice Cavern, behind Jabu and the Forest Medallion, so gonna need to work for them.
Well, no safe coming keys today.
All 3. Very nice. Yeah, that'll please Ink for sure.
Mm-hmm. Also means if logically, if there's anything on like or the Demos room before it, it is not logically bomb locked.
Indeed, could even be bombs. To be fair, I think we peaked it, but yeah, just as you say, you could find your first bomb bag in that location. As they do find a strength.
Okay.
Which is fine, I guess. It's not the most useful thing right now, but they're not going to complain. We also know where a second one is. It is double wallet locked, but we are 2/3 the way to the knowledge of how to access Light Trial and the glorious content that it holds.
Mm-hmm.
Which will just inevitably be the light arrows, I'm sure. Doing what Timmy did earlier, just going for some Night Skulls around Lon Lon Ranch. We'll see if he also goes for the Gways. I don't think I've seen him go for that just yet. Timmy playing a little safe around these scrubs. Shouldn't need to mess around with these guys too much if you get the back walking right. But just playing ultra safe. Week 8, no need to take any risks if you're in Timmy's position. Absolutely no chance of being caught up by all 3 of the bottom runners, so just needs to get a fairly healthy score and not lose to that round score.
Mm-hmm.
Durax following Ink into bottom of the well. Durax, essentially the same equipment, no slingshot on their side either, so going to have around roughly the same time as they did. Don't even have the Keaton mask, let alone the skull mask, so no chance of that extra bonus. And yeah, you're right, Blue. Yeah, you don't want to lose to something as trivial as like a scrub or just a random knock or a fall damage, etc. So really just want to play it safe, get a nice healthy... I'm not even sure 100 points, like, in week 8, I don't think any of these guys will be thinking 100 points will be safe. They're probably going to aim for like 120, 130 minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in the basement there from Ink. I don't know if they did the silver rupees. They just dropped down and left. Which is an interesting decision. That might be muscle memory as well. Oh, look, yeah, I think they realised they made a mistake there and they're going back.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, holding on for the hook shot.
Yeah, we'll see if Hookshot is, in fact, Child Valley.
Mm.
Most likely.
56% chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's most likely going to be here. Yep. And there it is, just chilling on the crate, so they'll be pretty pleased with that. No sign of any Valley play from the other runners just yet. Cola, the only person that knows, I think. Not sure if Durax read the hint as well when they did Darnpay race earlier. Timmy's skull count getting up there now on 11, so we'll be able to. I think they just handed in 10 actually. So
ZD to Baronade. He does say.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what that could be. Although, have we... I think Durax played Requiem, but did they... Have we seen what the dungeon is? Because Jabu can only be so many more places. Got to think at this point it's either going to be in Bottom of the Well, Spirit, or Shadow Temple.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it could be in Fire as well.
Yep.
Think back in Zora's Domain. We have seen a lot of King Zora this seed. Unbelievably high amount of King Zora on our screens. Yeah, Cola doing well on Skulls, generally. Not sure on Ink and Durax's count. Durax doesn't... Jabu was in Spirit? Great, thank you very much. Durax isn't one for Skulls, generally. Even though they've got some real good points totals in the past, I'd say out of everyone left in the tournament, Durax is the one that favours Skulls the least.
Yeah, I can't fault him for that.
Yeah, it can be slow, and it's difficult to know when it stops becoming an achievable goal. Even if you're going for them early, it's like, okay, what items do I need to sort of really finish that off, and what's the, how many skulls do I need by an hour or 2 hours, etc. So it can be difficult to judge, especially when you've got so many other decisions to make. But sub-hour, you've always still got the chance of getting 50 skulls, really, regardless of what number you're on. And they do find a Hylian shield in one of the brown chests in the well, which I don't think Ink checked. So a small bonus for Durax, but nothing significant. We know that Deku's foolish, so don't really need a Hylian shield at this point. Yeah, that's right. I remember seeing Saria's song, and I didn't actually see the dungeon. So we do have Jabu available. We do have a boomerang. We do have a Deku shield. So got to wonder when Durax would consider going back into Jabu to get some very healthy points. Durax going for the Hylian shield variant of Dead Hand here. Just going with some slashes instead of the crouch stabs. They didn't get their Deku shield from Night Market, so it's a lot slower to kill Dead Hand this way.
Mm-hmm.
One more hit, I think, and they'll be fine. There. Dead Hand down. Yeah. Yeah, Dead Hand is rough if you can't get their little sort of 5-hit cycle in. It's not too bad if you have a Kikiri sword and magic as well, but that's not really a strat you can do with Battle Royale because you've got quite a high risk of getting hit. Alright, Cola in top 5 dangerous locations in Hyrule. Adult, Kikiri Forest.
Yeah, all it takes is an Octorok or a Deku Scrub just throwing something at you.
Yeah, it really is like walking into a room full of snipers.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to be careful with that Octorok. I don't know why he's choosing to kill it. He can just go around the back of the house and be safe, but playing it ultra safe.
There's an FW.
Yeah, finding FW in a river. Definitely be happy with that. No sign of magic so far, but if we do get that relatively early, we'll come in very nice.
Yeah.
It's interesting as well, because we started in Fountain, so River is a very, very early play. It's quite surprising only one person has come down River, all things considered. I think Cola was in River as well, but they definitely didn't get that Feror's Wind, to my knowledge. But they are going for a Skull Kid kill, managing it no real problems. Cola with no shield still. Doesn't really matter about Skull Kids here. Shield isn't going to help you, but going for the dual Skull Kids. Needs to play it very well. No room for error here. Dodges the first shot, needs the 3 cycle. Dodges the second shot, and should now be fine. Can't really make a mistake here. There. Very nice by Cola there. Was it Magic in Goron Shop? I don't know. Have we seen Goron Shop?
I don't know how we would have.
I've not seen anyone in Goron Shop just yet, to be honest. I've not seen anyone in Goron City full stop just yet. But I definitely could have missed it. Alright, Cola is choosing to skip the Moblins here. Again, Cola doesn't have a shield, so I can definitely respect not wanting to fuck around with these guys, because one bad move and it is over. So, just, we'll come back another day for those points. But we will get to see what dungeon is in Forest Temple here, as they are the only person that's reached this area with a hookshot. Plenty of dungeons still on the cards. I think they'll be quite happy with something like Shadow Temple. They've got hovers. Dodongo's Cavern would also be okay, but they've not gone into the well yet, so doesn't have a strength. Drax is finishing their silver rupees. Timmy going for the coffin room goal. So everyone is slowly ramping up in points. 13 for Cola, 15 for Ink. And I've got 22 for Durax, 13 for Timmy. Timmy will get a few extra points here when they finish this room. Durax takes the lead again.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Water Temple is interesting. We kind of know where everything is for it. We just can't buy it yet. So, one wallet, and Morpher is on the cards.
Yeah. I almost would be thinking of doing Baronade at this point.
Yeah, I think Baronade is definitely a consideration for... If you've found Jabu at this point, I think you've got to start considering, okay, I'm kind of running out of items.
Yeah.
Try and find... I need to get into Ganon's.
Right, and without a bomb bag, this is kind of icky.
Yeah, for sure. I think, just answering chat there, I think Timmy is the only one that has done Kakiri Forest Sword Chest. We'll see if Durax goes through here. Durax isn't really one to skip checks, so I'd be very surprised if they didn't leave here with a Mirror Shield. Cola is in Adult Jabu. Obviously isn't going to challenge Baronade. That would be quite the spectacle. But is going for the skulls. Easy enough to get all of the skulls as an adult. You don't need to be child.
Are scrubs just overworld, or are dungeon scrubs on?
No, dungeon scrubs are on. The only scrubs not on are the Goron City scrubs behind the lava pit, just because of weird one-hit KO logic shenanigans.
Right, having a weird Neru's love magic path.
Yeah, basically, you can be required to specifically use a fairy to get into that grotto.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the antithesis of what we want in these settings. So, yeah, those are disabled. But otherwise, every scrub is on.
Okay, so there's another check here. Makes your job a little denser.
Yeah. Can go for the rang check if they feel inclined.
Yep.
But they are struggling a little bit with what is the slowest moving jellyfish I've ever seen. So, got there in the end. Getting those extra skulls, so we'll get the bonus points from these skulls very quickly. And yeah, they're ramping up close to 20 now. So, pretty nice position to be in this early. Also, I said Cola was on 13 points earlier. I don't actually know how many points Cola's on, because he's not got the right... He's not moved his screen. So, I think I was reading Timmy's thing twice. So, yeah, not sure how many points Cola has at this stage.
Yeah. According to Cola's own tracker, it's 15, but...
There is a way to get it damageless, but logically... The problem is logic. So, most seeds you'd probably be fine to get into that grotto with... well, I say with Nehru's.
Hookshot, Song of Time.
Yeah, Nehru's is out, but like, yeah, Hookshot, Song of Time plus a tunic, right? But there can be scenarios in Logic where it requires you to do some weird shit with one hit KO, and there's no real way of just sort of taking that out of the logic, so the safest thing to do was just to disable the scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Timmy has wrapped up bottom of the well, so shot up on points just above Durax now. Durax will tie them with this Wolfo's kill. Oh, no, I was wrong. Timmy's not quite done. Not quite sure what they've not done. Maybe it's just the right-hand side of the well here. Well, it doesn't look like they've opened any chests, so I'm not certain what they've done in bottom of the well at all. Have they just save scummed the whole well? I'm very confused. Unless they just went straight into the basement? Unsure. Either way, Ink is going to get that mirror shield. Durax about to get the bad news, question mark, that GTG is in the Deku tree. It's not a terrible place for it. It's not a terrible place to find, but ultimately, you're not going to be spending much time there as child, so...
You can do one check right now, logically.
Yeah. I mean, you can shoot the eye with the slingshot, so you can got the lobby stuff, and then you can, if that was 2 keys, you could even extend that further into the right-hand side, but yeah.
Yeah, no explosives makes it kind of...
Yeah, it's definitely awkward with no explosives. I'm not sure if... I genuinely don't know if the Stalfos are in Logic without a Kokiri sword.
They are not.
Right. Let's say you could.
And by that, I mean I'm gonna look that up, but I'm fairly confident it does specifically say case sword for those.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's also I don't think anyone's going to be taking that gamble.
Right.
It's one hell of a risk to take. It's probably the worst room in the game for fighting anything. Yeah, I think Jabu is the play, honestly. You get a song and a few checks. I don't think it's a terrible play. But Durax so far isn't interested. Cola, whilst he has found it, has not gone back child to just go and do it, which I think is fine. I'd be surprised if Cola was like, right, I'm dropping everything. Time to do Jabu. But is now in Fountain, so again, another new dungeon on the cards here. Definitely getting a wide breadth of dungeon knowledge. And there is the hammer on the Fountain iceberg, so that's going to be pretty nice. Can finally open up some grottos. Explosives a little less necessary now with that hammer, so that's pretty ideal. We did have Goron City to Bongo Bongo earlier as well, so that hammer is probably going to get them whatever that item is. Durax finally finding a Deku Shield, which is arguably a little too late, but still good to have.
Speaking of Bongo Mongo.
Yeah, it is Shadow Temple. Now, the one thing the hammer can't do is get past the Beamos, so we do still need explosives to that, but the shortcut's on, so there are still things to do. Welcome in, Banana Lord. The scene, I don't know, the scene's a bit weird. It's both generous and stingy in terms of we've got like a fairly well-equipped Child Link, but we are missing some key items. We have no bows, no explosives. Really bad songs, I think, all things considered. As Cola finds a big chest immediately in shadow. And it is a scale. Not great. Yeah, again, it's like having a, even with those items as Child Link, which is pretty good. It's not really, you can't do much with it. We've done Bottom of the Well. We can do Jabu if we choose to go there. Also, Cola still doesn't have an adult shield. Now, for viewers that were here last week, they will remember Cola had one of the wonkiest shadow temples I've ever seen in my whole life. So, we'll see if they've put a little bit of practice into the second half of Shadow Temple, or whether they're just going to do this and leave.
I mean, you have everything to do the first 4 checks.
Yeah, I think doing the Gibdos and doing the Scythe Room is fine. I can't see Cola going on the boat and going any further. I don't think there's much point with the items that they have.
Yeah, unless they feel real comfortable fighting Stalfos.
Yeah, I mean, it is easy enough to just get them off the boat. But again, those that remember last week will remember Cola having the time of their life on that boat. So I can definitely understand avoiding it. They do choose to leave. So Dead Hand is down. They've also chose to save quit, which is going to gain them about 15 meters. Well, a bit more than that, but just the other side of Lake. So probably going to do a bit of a Hyrule Field hammer excursion here. Ink playing opponents to a cow like a good boy.
Oh, wallet.
Well, there we go. There's the wallet. So that has put things quite wide open. We now have access to our second hook shot. We now have access to iron boots. We have access to the eyeball frog. We have fire arrows. So yeah, that's definitely helped. think the iron boots and the long shot are particularly strong relevance. Can access the dungeon in Water Temple, and we can also beat Morpher. We did find Water Temple. I've already forgotten where it was. I think it was in Fire Temple, but it is now essentially full clearable.
Did you say water?
Well, yes.
Water was in forest.
Was it forest? Okay, gotcha. Which
Yes.
Cola has found. So yeah, if Cola gets those items, they can reap the rewards. I'm not sure if Cola has gone in the main shop. I'm going to assume he has.
I believe so.
I would be
don't remember.
I'd be stunned if they went back to domain, got the rang, but didn't look at the shop. So
wait. Oh, that's direct. Or that's Timmy's tracker. I was like, oh no, they have domain Morpha written down, but
yeah,
that's the wrong tracker.
yeah. But speaking of Durax, he is in Jabu's child, so it looks like we are going for our first boss completion here.
Mm-hmm.
I think only just buying that slingshot, which I think is a crime, but at least they have it now. Timmy also... Is this Timmy's first adult dip? Basically an hour? I think it is. They're having a very long child one, but does not come to adult with a hookshot. Despite that very long child one cycle, just didn't choose to do Valley. And that they could get burnt by that quite heavily. With what is probably going to be a fairly slow next 20-30 minutes of just sort of like catching up with that information and getting that in their inventory.
Yep. And the only whatchamacallit we know of, the only wallet we know of is hammerlocked currently.
Yes, indeed. Welcome in, Slew. Welcome to week 8, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for those that have been watching the whole time. It's been a very exciting season for these players as we are now culminating with our final week. 2 players eliminated in just over 90 minutes. Grand final where 4 players move on for a free-for-all one-off race to crown Season 2's champion, the Invincible. Last season it was Hyper. Hyper is currently in this race, racing off-stream. I'm sure they are doing just fine. See if anyone can dethrone them this season. But still no bow. No one will be super thrilled not having a bow at an hour. You kind of want to have that reliable path to Ganon, at least mostly sorted by now. If I make top 4, who's doing the restream? No idea. We'll work that out if it comes to it.
So, not to actually here, but it appears Durax does have a bow. Or at least has it marked on their tracker that they
do
in
have
fact,
it marked
found
on their
a bow.
Where the hell did they get that?
You know, that is a good question.
I'm trying to think of where they've been. Where have they been that no one else has been to have that bow? Did they just get it in the previous room in Jabu?
Durax turned in 10 skulls, I believe.
Yeah, Ink is now turning in 10 skulls. And it's 20
that
rupees.
was not it. Never mind.
Interesting. Where on earth did they find a bow? Well, either way, they will be feeling pretty excited by that. Just unsure where it actually was. Alright, Cola and Ink back on the skull grind. I think Ink is on 18, which is pretty good. I think Cola's probably going to be around the same amount, if not slightly higher. I think around 20 skulls at 1 hour is pretty good. Jirax going for the long game here and getting 4 kills with Ruto's ass. That honestly should be its own goal. I'm pretty ashamed that I didn't make that a goal.
Nice. All right. Will we see it today? Because I believe Durax, not last week, but the week before, attempted pot strat on Baronade and died for it.
Yeah, they sure did. I can't see them going for that this week. I would respect the hell out of them if they did. But yeah, I think they're probably going to play it a bit safer in a week where they can actually be eliminated. I think last week, or well, when they did it last time, they were fairly safe, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at that point, at least one person had finished.
Yeah, it's possible. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Cola finding another wallet.
Digging.
And that's pretty free.
Yeah, and it's pretty out of the way.
Yeah, so no hard requirements for that wallet. So Longshot has essentially been available in like Sphere 2.
Mm-hmm.
Jirax in one of my least favourite rooms in the whole game. But is navigating it without too much of a problem. Timmy
So,
getting
big chest on the right.
Yeah, I was going to say Timmy getting a little bit of a peek there. Pulse doesn't have anything to help them here.
Mm-hmm.
Only Cola can get that chest as it stands, which is quite surprising for an hour in. Oh, hello. Holy moly. What a shop.
Ooh.
Go on, see.
Let's do this in the correct order. There we go.
Yeah. Perfect. Literally perfect pricing. There we go. So that's a pretty good shop. So we know what all 3 strengths are.
Yeah, a little bit of a side note. Timmy can go now and do the maze also.
Yes, they can. Three wallets, 3 strengths, no explosives. Although, speaking of explosives, what is that on the volcano?
A nut?
Couldn't quite tell from here. Suspiciously bag-shaped. But I cannot tell. Alright. Jirax. About to show us our first boss.
Alright,
yeah,
Durex wants it, so it must not have been what I saw.
No, yeah, I think Timmy's going to get paid here. It is a bomb bag. Alright. So, bomb bag.
Looks like purple on the sidewall.
So, that's pretty hype. Explosives for Timmy. That'll make up for the fact that they entered DMC, well, they entered Adult, sorry. Without that hook, at least they managed to leave with explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Ink will have them soon enough. Although Ink doesn't have hovers, which is very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Jirax. It's time. First boss of week 8 is Baronade, the hardest boss, arguably. Hovers were in the Chew Shop in Night Market, so they are pretty accessible. Jirax a little late there with the Rang. Second time, all good. This looks fine. I think Jirax has got this nailed. Shouldn't really have any problems from now. Yep, that's the second hit, second slash, second roll. One more. There we go, happy days. Well done, Durex. First boss down. And a reminder, Jabu is the forest med, so should get paid out nicely with a song the next time they choose to go adult. And Volve dropping some nuts on death. Love to see it. Vanilla Bolero for Ink. Timmy finding a second slingshot. Durex getting the hell out of there. I wonder how long Cola is going to stay child for. They are now probably desperately wanting to go back adult with that hammer. Although they were adult with the hammer in the first place. Oh, it's magic.
I saw purple, but I guess that did have some purple on it.
Alright. All of a sudden, Timmy is reveling in items in this Death Mountain crater. Bolero, magic, and bombs. Pretty sweet crater, all things considered. See what this dungeon is. It's DC, alright, well, thank you, Bombag, very much. You can just go and full clear it. No hook makes it a little awkward.
Yeah, match was DMT sidewall.
Yeah. Choosing not to do any of DC. That is a little surprising. I wonder if they want 20 rupees first, just to get all of the scrubs.
Maybe.
Oh, they are just choosing to leave. I'm a little surprised. Alright, what's in this gold chest in the maze?
A bottle.
That's a spare bottle. Alright.
So my only thought for that is that they have Bolero was Bolero, so there is no incentive for Timmy to do it right this minute.
No, that's fair, but also it is one dungeon closer to getting into Gammon. And again, you kind of want that access really fast. So yeah, it could just be the fact that as Arctic just wrote, it's you kind of want a hook shot. It'll get you more skulls, and Timmy kind of knows where one is, so might just be alright. I'll go get a hook. I can get some skulls then. Getting that magic to follow up on. But again, Ink not having hovers is going to be quite frustrating for them. Can't get that bomb bag. So, probably... Oh. Okay, Ink just resetting their heat timer there. No, you can get the second hook as adult if you find Ice Cavern, but we don't know where that is yet. Well, I say Ice Cavern. We could also just buy Blue Fire. As I think Timmy just read that there's a bomb bag on Icy Waters as well, so suddenly all of the knowledge for where explosives are. Cola could have got that earlier, but didn't have irons, of course. Didn't have I'm not sure what their wallet situation was at that stage.
Well, this will be a wallet for Durex.
Graveyard Path to Twin Rover. Storms?
Twin Rover. Hold on. How?
Oh, sorry, Arctic. I thought you meant the one in Domain. No, you can get that as... You can get it, but logically, yes, you are correct. It is only... I think it's a child-only check. I'm not sure if you can get it via the bean.
You can get it with a long shot. You can also do it with a pretty precise sword recoil that I wouldn't be trying in this game mode.
Oh no. And obviously, as it's a hook shot, obviously it's not a long shot is out of the question. So yeah, sorry, I thought you meant the other hook shot, but you're right. That is a child-only hook in Valley. 32 skulls for a cola is an excellent skull count, to be honest, 1 hour and 10 minutes. They are about to head into Child Jabu, so we'll be following Durax's footsteps a little. Well, I think anyway, they might just be doing skulls here, but I'd be amazed if they didn't end up in Jabu. Oh, there's a bow on Timmy's side. This might be the one that Durax got. Oh, is this SFM Scrubs?
Yep.
No.
No.
No, okay. No, so Durax wouldn't have got that one. So there's another bow somewhere.
Durex, I believe, did do SFM Scrubs, so.
Yeah, so maybe it's there. But either way, Timmy finding a bow, a bomb/hammerlocked bow. Cola needs to be a bit careful here. He's alright. Some weird pathing there with those Octoroks, but it's fine. Timmy getting a few extra Wolfos points. Points racking up a bit now. Durax on 39, Timmy 34. Cola still unknown because his sheet is showing the wrong thing. But Ink lagging behind a little with a 24. He could have misdragged it. Yeah, we've not seen his inventory, but I'd be amazed if he did. He's not... He could have clicked it at the same time as the hookshot, I guess, but I was going to say, he doesn't have explosives or fire arrows, so it'd be quite surprising to suddenly misclick the bow of all things. We'll see next time he opens his pause menu. Alright, Cola looks like he's going for Baronade straight away here.
Can't fault him for
Which
that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Honestly, I prefer doing Baronade first. It's the most points. If for whatever reason you take a hit on Baronade, you then don't do the tentacles in the rest of the dungeon, but just come in here with the most safety, which I think is fine. Papa D with big boy pocket money. Yeah, it's less about the skulls, more about the bonus points for killing all of the tentacles. Cola is probably fine here. Yeah, I went a bit of a funny angle on Baronade there, but is alright. There we go. Baronade down for Cola.
Boy, that's 8 points, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ink. Thankfully had their shield up, so it doesn't take any damage, but does still get impaled. Alright in the end. Durax is opening up the Goron City shop. Oh no, just going for the pot strats. I think he got it as well.
Those appear to be getting it.
Unfortunately.
And nothing.
Just seeds. But he's going to have a great shop. But he has a wallet, so we'll be able to buy the second wallet in here and, yeah, really, really revel in the cash. 15 rupees, thank you very much. So Durax can probably go and buy that third strength pretty quickly. And then they're just one dungeon away from A very lucrative Ganon's castle. Not sure where Timmy is, but he is making sure this Gwei dies if it's the last thing he does. There we go. Okay, it's just in Desert Colossus, going for the grotto into the fairy fountain, double goal.
I thought maybe it was trying to spawn the big lever.
Oh no, he is, but if you spawn the big lever and then it despawns, no other levers spawn for about 15 seconds. So it's the ideal time to go and enter that boulder when you can't get hit by a lever. I think it was Cola that came up with the general strat there. I'm finding that out, but well adopted amongst everyone else. Yeah, indeed. The more you know. So it wasn't figured out last season either. It's only a this season revelation. So more good knowledge. Timmy needs to be a little careful. These levers can still hit you on the wall. It's quite rare, but sometimes their collision does get a bit too close to the wall. Cola, by the way, finding Spirit Temple. I'm not sure if we'd found Spirit Temple yet, but that was in fact in bottom of the well. And we have Mirror. We have Strength 3. So Spirit Temple is on the cards, but you do need the bow to get the boss key. So only Timmy and Jurax at this stage can actually go and beat Fury if they choose to.
Yep. And that is confirmation. Jurax does have a bow.
Yeah, Jurax does have a bow. We just don't know where it came from. Alright, Cola buying his first strength. Quite surprised that that is in fact his first strength. That is very rich, so no issues there. Long shot in tow. Iron boots in tow. 1 strength.
That's
happy.
That's a fort going to force to do water if I've ever seen it. But
yeah, he hasn't done bottom of the well, as you say, but again, hasn't done Goron City either.
And Nocturne.
Alright,
okay.
well.
So Jabu 100% requires to find out what that dungeon is.
Yeah, at this point, I think it can only be fire.
It has to be fire, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the only dungeon we've not seen, so... Have we seen Deku Tree?
No.
No, so it's Deku or fire. Bolero was vanilla. Bolero was in a DMC.
Did we see Ice Cavern?
I think we saw ice, but maybe we didn't. So yeah, maybe it's fire, ice, or Deku, maybe. To be honest, these guys kind of like ice, so I think if we would have seen it, someone would have done it already. So yeah, we probably haven't tried ice at this point.
Well, I don't know. Ice is pretty nice, but ice without a hook shot, you're not doing.
Yeah, it's not great. Ice Cavern was...
Shadow.
Shadow. Yeah, it was Shadow Temple. Because only Cola's found it. So he's the only one with that hammer that was on the Fountain Iceberg. Jurax with the slingshot kill on a Floor Master. That is a very rare sight. But he's getting some nice bonus points here from this Child Spirit Clear. Only 11 skulls on Jurax's side. Like I said earlier, Jurax not really a skull gamer. Much prefers enemy kills and boss objectives as opposed to getting skulls, which is, you know what, he's still in the tournament, still doing all right, so hasn't exactly failed him. Timmy going for the big Poe kills. Now, this is a very slow goal, very safe, slow goal. Again, it is week 8. No one really wants to be taking mega gambles. Just wants like a nice safe score to end the week with, especially if you're on points that can't really be caught up to. So, makes sense for Timmy to be doing this. Cola's points count is not displaying correctly. It's above their tracker, but they've clearly pointed it at the wrong thing. So unfortunately, we do not know how many points Cola's on.
They have at least 8.
Yes, can confirm. They are probably in double digits.
Between SFM and Baronade, yeah, they should at least be in double digits.
Yes, indeed. Alright, Ink on 25 skulls, so has fallen off a little from Cola and Timmy, who are propelling on skull counts, but 25 is still fine. Still got half the seed to go. Yeah, Cola will be fine. Cola will be late 30s, I think, in terms of points. I'm fairly certain. But in 15 skulls time, they will be a lot further up than that. Oh, Timmy missing the Poe. Can he get the second shot on? No, misses the Poe here, so does lose a little bit of time. Again, this is a very slow check, for what it's worth. It's pretty rough every time you get something wrong with these Poes, but there we go. Spawned it again, so probably eventually.
Oh! That is not the button you want to hit.
Where did Cola get the bow? Where did Cola get the bow? How have we missed?
Goron City.
Oh, is it the Storms Grotto?
No. I'm sorry. Outside the Goron City shortcut to Lost Woods.
Oh, right. Okay.
With the hammer, that would be the most likely the bow he's got.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. We knew where Cola got his. I think. Yeah, this is the Lost Woods.
We knew where Timmy got his.
Yeah. It's just Duraxes that we're a bit confused by. All right. Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Light arrows on Cola's side. So
DMC Scrubs.
Gannon's is open. We have magic, we have a bow, and we have light arrows. We just need to find someone to find them all on the same stream, and then beat.
Well, that will be Cola, as magic is here in Crater.
Yeah, magic is right next to them. And then they just need to beat another dungeon. And this is Dodongo's cavern, right?
Yes. This is Dodongo's cavern.
Yeah, so that'll Cola will definitely do this, and that is a That will be 3 dungeons. Now, Cola did do this before checking the wall, so we'll be doing this without magic. Not really a problem.
Did Cola pick up the bomb bag on Volcano?
You know what? I don't think they did.
Okay, so this may not be the longest trip into what you call it, but
Managing to successfully
Goran said he was past the bongo for Din.
Yeah.
For
probably for Dins.
Yeah, that just means you have a key locked in the crusher.
Well, it's the fact that the boss keys are vanilla, right? So it's
Oh yeah. So that's automatically boss key in the crusher.
Here's Ice Cavern. Durax almost got impaled immediately.
I mean, what's fun with Ice Cavern without, a little impaling?
True.
Yeah.
Good point.
Not my Ice Cavern.
So. My favorite Ice Cavern is the one that I don't need to go in. Yeah, Cola could definitely find more explosives here. Although it's worth noting that, again, Timmy did find a hint for another bomb bag, so there's only one left on the loose. No hits, by the way. No hits so far. We're over halfway through, and 0 hits taken on any runner's side. We've obviously not seen Hyper, but we can assume that Hyper is also not taking a hit. And the one async runner, i.e. myself, is still going. No sign of stopping just yet. So everyone's seemingly still doing quite well. Drax is probably going to take it very safe in here. Just get all 3 of these killed. There we go. Ink knows this is DC, right? Maybe they didn't.
With what Ink knows, I think Ink probably knew that this was a 50-50 between DC and Deku.
Yeah, I'm just a little surprised that they had Bolero, but chose to not to check the dungeon entrance when they got Bolero, so... Probably going to go grab a bean, plant in Death Mountain Crater to get those... to get that bomb bag. Of course they do. Still haven't been to the chew shop in Night Market, which at this point in time is a bit of a crime.
Yeah.
It is slow. There's no Sun Song, so if you're really prioritizing points over checks, I get it. But yeah, he'll be pretty annoyed.
Only with the bomb shoes. Oh, sorry. The answer to that question is yes. The eyes are the only way to the boss, and the only thing that hard requires a bomb bag if you have hammer and strength. But yes, choose can replace that, but either way, you have to have an explosive to open the eyes up.
Ink buying the long shot. Cola with the long shot, is able to skip a fairly... Oh, Cola with a hit! Oh,
Oof.
that Keys did not play ball. Alright, we have our first hit, and they are not choosing to respawn, just going straight for the quit. Didn't trust that Keys to disappear. Should be fine. Normally, if a flaming Keys hits you, it sort of hovers for a few seconds. But yeah, the problem with the long shot is that if you miss, it takes quite a while for that miss to actually trigger. So a little unfortunate there, but now needs to play it a little safer. They will definitely not be feeling comfortable enough with their point score yet. Not by a long shot, ironically. Pun intended.
Wonder if nope, not gonna look at the crater.
Ping a bottle. Why are they buying blue fire? What are they doing here? Cola also has all of the wallets, so fair play. They're catching a fish. Okay. Of course, Cola hasn't done bottom of the well, so
yeah,
this does set up going back child and just getting that done.
Need to aim a little more to the left there.
This is one of those tricks that I have never actually learned. Even to this day, I just freestyle it. I was like, it'll work eventually.
So the way I learned it is you can line up the bottom of the hilt of the Master Sword with the right edge of Zora's domain, and it's basically free.
Oh, okay.
That's how I learned it, but obviously there's a million ways to skin a cat with some of these tricks.
Yeah. That is that another Pokeball on that scrub from Ink? Have we seen that Pokeball yet? I swear no, that's the second bottle with a Poe in it. That's disgusting. The other one was on Talon's chickens.
Right.
Very mean seed. Durax now up to 60 points, so he will be pretty pleased with that. Still an hour to go. Timmy's turn for Baronade now.
Yeah. And I think at this point, none of our runners are going to try to do the pot strat. Can't blame them on that one.
Chance. Oh, Timmy with the wrong timing. What's he going to do? Just immediately quitting. Oh, Cola. Cola thankfully had the shield up, so he's fine, but Cola can't really be playing too dicey here. He's the only one that has just the one life left. And again, no one will be comfortable with their current score. Has made it though. Makes it through SFM. Gets that 5 points.
Nice.
Durax.
Plus 5.
Durax is the other side of Valley. I don't think we've seen anyone make their way this way. We've not seen the GTG entrance either, so we'll be able to see that soon.
GTG actually, GTG has to be fire.
Durax just found another magic in Valley. Does it?
Oh no, I get Deku doesn't have to be accessible to child. Never mind.
No. Alright, Timmy seems to have nailed Baronade this time, although still needs the third Rang hit here. Does need to be slightly careful. Should be fine, just keep moving sideways. Yeah, there we go. Third hit down. Durax is not playing any games with this guard, is going for bow strats. Although, very quickly running out of arrows. There we go. Four left.
That's
Colin Water Temple, a rare sight on the screens of any Battle Royale runner, it must be said.
Yeah.
Alright. What dungeon is in GTG? We won't know. Durax opened the gate and then left.
You can pull my headphones out there. What?
Oh, there's a big chest on the fortress here.
There we go. Cave sword.
It's the K-Sword. Alright, well, not that useful this late on, but could still potentially come in handy. I have no idea what Durax is doing. Arrows?
Farming arrows?
I guess he must be farming. So Durax is probably the worst equipped person at this stage. So they're probably farming for a bunch of chews here. Because they do not have any explosives at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Deku Tree.
Alright, it is Deku Tree. Now, shortcut's on, and we know Deku Tree's foolish, so looks like Durax is just going to go and beat Goma. No funny business, no skulls, just get it done. Durax has definitely given up skulls full stop.
Uh-huh.
Which is fine. Plenty of other things to be done. Now, it must be said, Durax has, out of everyone on the screen right now, probably taken the most hits from Goma in Season 2. So, we'll need to play this a little safe. Yeah, it looks fine. No problem. It's the difference between adult and child is fairly stark. No real issues as adult. Can't like killing the spikes here. Now there is a goal for killing all of the spikes in Water Temple. Cola is equipped enough that can go for every check in water at this stage, I think. Don't have explosives. In fact, Cola left DC and didn't check the rest of DMC.
Yep.
So they've made a bit of a fatal error with that play, by the looks of things.
A little bit of a whoopsie-doopsie.
very surprised they didn't at least peek the wall whilst sort of like reversing into Fire Temple. So no magic is not ideal, but they have the boss key now, so can get their third dungeon, or third reward. Ink is now on Baronade. That is the 4th Baronade, I think, so last time we'll get to see the riskiest boss in the game, I'd say. Yeah, no real problems here on Ink's side. Timmy finally about to get a hook shot. Very surprising they don't have either the hook shot or that other hook shot from Domain. An hour and 40 minutes. They'll probably be fairly annoyed at themselves. But they've still managed to get a decent skull count, so can go back adult and really make up for that as they approach that 50 goal. Even rarer than Water Temple, we are seeing Central Pillar in Water Temple.
Well, you do need to. There are spikes, so
Sure are.
If you are going for that, you do have to do this one.
Thankfully, it is fine with 5 hearts. 4 can be a little squeaky bum time when it comes to Central Pillar, but 5 is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just a small key. I think that's Gold Gauntlets for Ink. Needs to get another dungeon cleared. Still not choosing to do Night Market. So, still without the hover boots. It's going to be tricky for Cola now. I'm trying to think of how they resolve this magic situation. I guess they just go to GTG, and they'll probably find the magic that Durax found. Oh, Durax! Getting absolutely destroyed by that Stalfos. Always Stalfos with Durax. Mortal enemy.
Oh, I thought I was gonna pull him. I thought I was gonna kill him on the slashback.
Yeah, that was close, but there we go. We've lost another life. As Cola is taking on Water. Ink also now in Water Temple. Oh, Cola missed the jump slash there. A rare error on their side, I'd say. Needs to be a little careful here. That tentacle is right up close and personal. There we go. Ink actually having Feror's Wind and being able to utilize it must feel quite nice. I'm still not sure if anyone else has found that, by the way. Which is stunning, because it's not it's not in a difficult location at all. Alright, that is 3 dungeons for Cola. So they are probably going to make their way to Ganon's.
Are your restreams buffering constantly for you?
No, mine is okay.
Or is it something on my side?
Might just be your side, I think. Mine's fine.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Drax slowly making their way through Foolish Forest Temple. Don't think they need anything else. I'm not sure what they'd be going for, whether they'd be going for just the boss or whether they want to go for the Poe goal as well, so might be looking for all of the keys just to make sure that that happens. I'm kind of surprised they're going for Stalfos engagements. Alright, Cola. Ganon's castle time. With 1 strength, no magic, no explosives. So it's not going to be too fruitful. But 41 skulls is a pretty good spot to be in, other than that. So not too long before Cola manages to hand them in. And Cola will want to be careful here, because there's nothing worse than getting up a super jacked skull count and then dying before you can hand in. And you've just wasted all that time. So will want to play a little safe. Probably going to try and get those 9 skulls a little safer than just dungeon diving. Oh, Ink, holy shit. He basically landed on that Tektite. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm kind of seeing it right now.
Is you're still buffering?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Might be worth just quickly picking
SP,
Alka, see if we
must-
can do a little refresh. Might fix you anyway.
I don't think it's the stream. I think it's the internet provider out here being just terrible.
Gotcha.
All right, we seem to be back, and Ink messing up that little jump there.
Yeah, having a
Oh, I was.
pretty rough war. And with that, the async runner has finished, and that is me at 1:48:32.
GG's.
GG's. I won't go into too much detail just yet. But that will definitely ask some questions of our runners. Ink's still struggling here, but he's eventually got it right. Does have Feror's Wind in the boss room, so can just go straight there as well. Jurax is about to take on Phantom Ganon. Jurax already has 3 dungeon rewards, so this will be his 4th boss. Going for some, as I say, Jurax prefers going for enemy kills, boss kills, and other objectives over skulls, so still doing quite well, all things considered. Won't have that big, sort of juicy hand in that some of the other runners will have, but you know, still keeping up with them. Alright. Polar is out of Ganon's castle now. Didn't really find anything of value, but considering they didn't really go in there super well equipped, I'm not overly surprised. Well, Jurax was very lucky there. Going with Phantom Ganon here. Oh, Jurax! Oh, we have a death. Well, yeah, just didn't manage to get those slashes in very well, and does take the death. So that is GG's for Jurax. Alka, I'm not sure if you're listening. If you are, it'd be great if we could rotate Hyper in Jurax's place. Yep. Thank you very much. Timmy picking up their gold gauntlets. So he's going to go into Ganon's a lot more well-equipped than Polar did. But Timmy hasn't beaten another dungeon yet, so still a bit of time left there. Jurax is in the waiting room. Let's drag him in. GG's, Jurax. GG's.
GG's.
Unfortunate death there as Ink. Ink needs to reset out of the water temple here. But yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. The first death, well, but I guess both of them in Forest Temple at the end of the day. First one on Stalfos, as is tradition for most players on Battle Royale, and the second one just an unfortunately timed slash on Phantom Ganon. How do you think you've done?
Poorly, unfortunately. I think I'm out. Probably.
Well, your points total is okay. Like Ink is still 20 points behind you at this point in the race, and Ink still has like a 40-point gap. Is it 40? No. Oh, no, it's not that much. No, it's a 14-point gap. So Ink needs another 40 points, something like that, in order to eclipse the total.
Yeah, I should have just went with my gut, as I always say. Should have went and looked for Shadow, because Forest is just like, I don't know why. Forest is just too risky. I shouldn't have done it.
Forest is dead. I mean, I totally get going into Forest with the extra life, but yeah, Forest is quite scary. Phantom Ganon, like, you know, if you do Phantom Ganon 80 times, you're gonna not take a hit most of the time, but just, you know, every once in a while just gets out of rhythm with those slashes. And I think you had like a 3 cycle as well, so it just makes it a bit more scary. But yeah, unfortunate couple of deaths there. I think you were struggling a little bit with equips generally.
Yeah,
DMC was basically the holy grail of this seed.
Oh, really?
In terms of it had a bomb bag on the volcano. There was another magic in the wall. I don't think you didn't find the long shot, did you?
I know it's in Sora shop.
Right.
I didn't buy it though.
Couldn't remember which hook shot you had. The hammer was in Fountain, which you probably got. I think you got hinted.
Yeah, I got hinted.
Yeah, so yeah, just the explosives were the main thing. Which, to be fair, no one had for a long time. I think it was Timmy found them first, and that was only like 25 minutes ago. So yeah, it's been a pretty dry seed with without explosives for sure. Where did you find your bow? We genuinely have no idea where you found that bow.
Wait, where was it again? Let me check. Actually, I can't remember.
Because the only
I think it
bow
was
we've seen,
Child.
yeah, the only bow we've seen is hammerlocked. So we're like, where the hell did Jurax get that bow from?
Oh, it's Skull Kid.
Oh, it's Skull Kid in Lost Woods.
Oh,
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not many people
that
had.
makes sense.
Yeah. Not many people had Saria's song. I think you were one of the only people that went to SFM to get Requiem and then ultimately get Saria's in a reasonable time frame. But that does check out. And yeah, the other bow is also in Lost Woods, but it's behind explosives or hammer in the Scrub Grotto.
Has anyone found Shadow Entrance?
We found Shadow is in ice.
Oh, of course. Fuck.
Yeah, Fountain was there was also a bomb bag in Icy Waters with the hammer
And
on
the hammer
the
was
iceberg.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, so a couple of good places to go, but it's quite tricky to convince yourself to go to Fountain. I think at least until you've bought those irons, and the wallets took a little bit of digging to find eventually.
I kind of wanted to find a Bolero before
Yeah,
I went
Bolero.
there, but the Bolero is vanilla, so you know.
Yeah, Bolero was typically vanilla. Warp Song was generally pretty weak this seed. Starting with Serenade and then the adult spawn being Lake was pretty brutal. Ink showing us Light Trial with those 3 strengths. First time we've had a little bit of a dip into here. There was a gold chest. But hope is not lost, Jurax. I finished a few minutes before you did. So we'll see how Ink manages to get on for the next 20 minutes or so. Ink hasn't taken a hit, it must be said. Cola has taken a hit. And Timmy has not. I'm not... Alka, I'm not sure if... Okay, no, I was just going to say it's not working on my side, so not sure if we're getting hyper on. Let's give it a spin. And everyone's gone. We have lost the stream. Technical difficulties, folks. Timmy is probably getting double tapped by moblins. Cola taking a hit to the small bubbers. Let's just watch their direct streams whilst we fix the issues.
Oh, we got 2 back.
Oh, we're mostly back. Got 3 back. I see someone being Phantom Ganon. There we go, we're back. We've lost the names. There we go. Names are back. We got them all now. Alright. So where were we?
Hyper and Timmy currently tied.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, Hyper looking like they're going to do the old climb up the mountain.
Didn't fancy skulls this seed, Jurax?
Sorry?
Didn't fancy going for skulls this seed? You were, ironically, you were the only one to get the boomerang early.
Oh. No, I usually tend to not go for skulls. I'm not very efficient with skull routing and shit,
Yeah.
so... Unless I, like, have a hint on 30 skulls or get hooked super early and sons, I probably will go for skulls, otherwise I won't.
Yeah, that's fair. Suns was hinted in a pretty weak spot very early, so that didn't help. But yeah, Ink and Cola decided to just not go to domain at all. So when you pulled out the Rang, I was like, whoopsie. Oh, Ink!
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ink is playing with fire here with the Stalfos and does take a hit.
Wait, wait. Oh.
Oh!
A double hit!
Oh shit.
And just like that, Durax is back in it. Just like that. Ink with almost simultaneously Stalfo strikes there, leading up to Ganon's castle. That is rough. But unless they have squirreled away about 25 points, we might have Durax slipping into the top 4. All right, well, that has spiced things up. Can we move the audio over to someone still living, please, Alka? I'll follow your lead there. We've gone for Hyper. Thank you very much. We'll see if we can get Ink in. They are probably quite salty, so it might take them a minute to calm down and join us after that. Yeah, all good, Alka. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, there we go. How things can change. You did, ironically, because you weren't going for skulls, you were quite far ahead of Ink, just generally. Because they chose to go for skulls. They were on about 36, 38, something like that. Welcome in, Ink. GG. Feel free to join us if you would like to. It's all kicking off in this last race. As Hyper finds their magic. Very late magic there for Hyper. We've only just had Hyper in, so we're going to have to do a little bit of a catch-up on how they're getting on. Looks like they've got 3 dungeon rewards. They do not have light arrows, they do not have hammer, they do not have long shot, so still a few things away from being able to beat the seed. Light arrows, of course, are in the DMC Scrub Grotto, so you do need to go to Fountain and get that hammer first. And yeah, only Cola has those so far. Ink is in the waiting room. Let's drag him in. We're GG Ink. Unfortunate double tap there in the tower.
Yeah, so questions, where's bow, where's bombs, where's lights?
Alright, so in order, we found there was 2 bows. Durax actually found a bow that we didn't know about for ages. There's one on Skull Kid in Lost Woods. There's also one on the Scrubs in Lost Woods. There is a bomb bag.
Wait, what? Oh, in the Bumble one. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. There is a bomb bag in DMC on the volcano. Okay. There is also a bomb bag on Icy Waters, we think. I'm fairly sure we saw a hint for that. But we've not seen a third one. Light arrows are in the DMC Scrubs in behind the hammer.
Okay. So I honestly, like, I kind of put off Ocarina minigame intentionally to potentially go back for Woods later. So maybe I get the bow and the lights, but bombs I'd never even like peeked Kano, so yeah, that would have been maybe. I presume Hammer's just Fountain and
Hammer's just Fountain Iceberg.
Okay. Yeah, I considered going there first, but then I was like, I want to Fur's win and Ganon's instead. So I missed out on some points there. I was doing good on skulls. I would have had 50.
Yeah.
So I was really happy with my skull route. But yeah, I ended up only being with 38 skulls.
So maybe if I do Forest and some other stuff, I could have gotten 50. I was just worried about like where lights are and all that, because if they were something like Shadow Temple, you know, that's kind of out of my way. So yeah, I wanted to save time for that. Hence
Yeah,
why
I think
early.
I think it was reasonable. You kind of had like a happy medium because you had Cola who was going absolutely ballistic for skulls, and we don't know Cola's score because they've not got it on their screen properly, but I'm fairly sure they were behind most people in regards to their score, but had like I think they're on like close to 50 skulls now. And then you had Durax who didn't go for skulls at all, but was also leading the way in terms of points. So it was like a a nice medium play.
Oh, if he was
in that
leading in
regard.
terms of points, then maybe I'm eliminated then.
It's
Because
possible,
I
but
didn't have crazy points.
it's possible. But the it has been an interesting 20 minutes to say the least in terms of the eliminations for the week. You will have seen my finish in the race room as well, but we'll go through that all at the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of a big surprise.
Gonna see how many points you got. It's gonna reveal everything.
I think it's mainly gonna be whether Chimp got like enough points first, I believe. Because I think he had like a 20-point lead on you and like a 29-point lead on me, or 30 some maybe, I don't know. But if he got like the lowest points of the round, then that doesn't matter, right? So
We'll find out in 24 minutes time.
yeah, I think probably you may have beaten me though, Durex, because I think I wasn't like doing that well in points for a while.
Oh.
So
Well, there's our third bow. It is above King Dodon.
I'm not gonna
yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Yeah, we'll talk about it after. No, I felt okay about the seed. Like, it felt really dry, though.
It did feel dry. Oh, boy. It was super dry the first hour.
But I don't mind how I played it. Like, I don't think there's too many decisions I'd do differently here. So, maybe I could have, like, picked up hovers, but... You know,
yeah, hovers surprised me. Hovers were in the Chew market. The Chew shop in the market.
Yeah, I knew about that pretty early. I'd like to prioritize that shop because, you know, it's so often a shield, right? And
yeah.
It was this time. It had both protective shields, so...
Yeah, I was a little surprised you didn't have hovers for the majority of the seed.
I just didn't really have a good time to grab it. Like, there were times when I wanted it to be nighttime, but, like, I prioritized my skull route more because I'm not going to be really using the hovers, aside from maybe for Kano, which I didn't peek, for the majority of the seed, right? So I would probably have only gotten them if I found Shadow. I probably wouldn't have. Do we know where Shadow is, by the way?
Yeah, it's in Ice Cavern.
Okay. That's interesting.
Only Cola has been there.
Yeah, okay. That's a little unfortunate because between going Fountain for like quick points and, you know, protect the hammer, I guess, I thought it could maybe even be a bomb bag or a bow too. But yeah, I kind of gave up those points. That's a bit unfortunate because I would have had Dead Hand too.
There was a bomb bag in Icy Waters, for what's worth.
In where? In Icy Waters?
Icy Waters.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, I would have gotten that one then, yeah.
We have not seen any chews. Like, I've not seen a single pack of chews. I don't think many people have opened brown chests, to be fair, but yeah. No sign of them.
There's a pack in Spirit Royale.
Oh, Spirit Trial. Okay.
And I think it's a 20-pack. Yeah, it's hinted. Bomb Shoes and Spirit Trial, I believe. Also, I'm seeing Bleeding again, but...
I mean, no easily available bomb shoes at least.
No. I bought some in my seed. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna go buy some.
I considered doing that, but it was really out of the way, you know? Like, yeah, you could take Epona there, it's just, you can't really do too much there, you know? Wait, is that... Did Cola miss magic in Crater?
Yeah, Cola did not... Cola went into Dodongo's cavern without peeking the volcano or the wall, couldn't beat Dodongo's cavern because they didn't have explosives, and then teleport out. So they basically missed all of the good shit in DMC, apart from lights, which is kind of a miracle. So has been bailed out here by finding that second magic.
Yeah.
When I got Bolero there, I thought, yeah, I could just come back later. Maybe it's like Jabu, because I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. You were the only person with Feroz, by the way.
Wait, where was it?
No one else found Feroz, which is just
that was
in
River.
River Open.
God damn it.
It's not just you, no one else has been. I can see Hyper's got it on his tracker. But yeah, Cola, Timmy, just did not get it. I didn't. I got it. I think I got it on my async. But yeah.
Yeah, that's surprising. I mean, I
was very
just got
surprised.
beans, you know. So I guess all the runners that are still active are in go mode.
So Timmy doesn't have lights. So Timmy's
Okay.
gonna now find out that they're in Crater, and
Well, Hyper doesn't have lights either.
yeah. Also, welcome in Zelda Speedruns. I hope you enjoyed the Season 9 showcase. Welcome to the final week of the Battle Royale weeklies. The true end game. So Timmy knows where lights are. He has the hint for where the hammer probably is, so I can't imagine Timmy's not going to find these light arrows. Hyper, on the other hand, is probably not beating Ganon this seed.
What? Oh, why do you think that is?
Well, I guess he's got time, but I've not seen him climb tower yet, so he's basically got 18 minutes to finish getting skulls, climb the tower, get the hammer, get the hint for... I guess it's... Yeah, I guess he could be fine.
Yeah,
But he needs to do
doesn't
it
have any
now.
clue.
Yeah.
I guess he does have a hint where Hammer's out.
Yeah, it's just he doesn't know where the lights are, so for, like, he needs to do it right now if he's going to do it.
That's something I see Hyper make as a mistake a lot. He just gets really greedy and doesn't give himself enough time.
Yeah, for sure. But, thankfully for Hyper, he's more than comfortable enough at this point in time to not really worry about his position in this race. Cola has just got his 50th skull, so we'll get a nice chunky hand in here of points. Again, still don't know how many points Cola's on because his tracker's broken, but there we go. That is the 50 hand in. 43 for Timmy. Almost there. He's making their way towards Fountain for that hammer as well. So Timmy should be able to beat Ganon and get the 50 reward at this point. 7 skulls to go.
Needs to get about 7 skulls in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's got 10 minutes. He's got doesn't have prelude, but getting back to Ganon's won't be too bad. He's cleared the tower already. So, and has Bolero to go and get those light arrows, so it's not going to be that awful. Cola is absolutely fine now. Cola, I think, is just going to go and beat the seed. Handed in his 50. Just going to go beat Ganon, I think, at this point and call it there. And then it's just all about whether Hyper has enough time to do the things that he needs to do. Will he be able to get 50 skulls and beat Ganon? 5 to go.
Oh, he's gonna do climb now, and the
Yeah.
Furores is gonna help a lot.
Yeah, they'll definitely help, but it's another, what, 3 to 4 minutes just to do climb here? Depending on how cautious he wants to be. I don't know if Hyper's taken a hit, by the way. I'm going to presume he hasn't.
Has according to... I think he has according to his tracker.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So... does need to play a little more careful going up the climb. Cola has taken a hit. It's only Timmy that hasn't at this point.
Oh, okay, then yeah, it makes even more sense for Kola to just finish the seed here.
Yeah.
I guess the good news is... Oh,
Go on,
ahead.
No, go on, you're fine.
I guess the good news is Kola doesn't have to go back to get the lights in, because he doesn't have Furores, but if he just, stumbled upon lights, then that's pretty good for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he should be fine. As long as he makes it past the Stalfos here, he should be fine. That was a weird turnaround, though, so he needs to be a little careful here.
I think you might be right that Hyper's probably not beating the seeds.
Oh, he's just left. Okay.
Yeah, he actually save quit in Ganon's. So what I think might be what he might be doing is he might turn in 50, and then after he turns in 50, he's going to
just gonna quit.
Just going to quit, yeah, and get his location back.
Okay.
I don't know if it's enough time though.
No, I reckon he's got. If this needs to pay out, he's got about 4 minutes.
I think I don't really blame him too much because he is on a death, so he definitely wants to lock up the 50 points before he takes a dumb death somewhere. Right?
Yeah, I think the Stalfos gamble in the tower is quite high, so I think getting the 50 skull hand in before doing that makes sense. You don't want to get to 46 skulls and then die to a Stalfos in the tower. But Cola having no problems. Timmy, yeah, just getting the last few skulls. Hasn't been in forest at all, so this will be quite a nice little loop of skulls here. Could also get the bonus points off the skulls in forest as well. Spirit Temple for Hyper. This doesn't scream skull efficiency. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Spirit is pretty good for skulls here. Timmy, just move. Please. There we go.
Do you know how many skulls Hyper has?
Hyper was on 43. No, sorry, he was on 45. So, yeah, he's got like 4 or 5 more to go. I'm not sure if he's picked up what in the interim. But the fact that he's just picked up that key and already has another one tells me that he's not beaten Ganon. I think he's just going for 50 skulls and as many other points as possible. I don't 100% know why. Well, I guess Timmy's just getting points. That's because I don't know why he's doing Stalfos, but fuck it. 6 points. Cola, meanwhile, no issues with Ganon.
I think Timmy still has enough time.
Yeah, Timmy does have enough time. He's just getting extra points off the Stalfos and anything else in Forest that he can, which I think is perfectly fine. He's essentially got about 6 minutes to be nice and comfortable here. Yeah, Timmy also still has a bonus death. You don't really want to lose that 15 points, though. It's very nice to keep, so... But I think he's got enough confidence to not really concern himself at this stage.
Wait, Timmy got tapped somewhere?
No. No, he's not.
Alka saying did, but...
No, he's got a death available still. That's what Alka's saying.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
Alright, phase 1 down for Cola. I think this will take Timmy up to 48 skulls once he's finished with Forest. Oh no, 49, okay. So only needs one more. And Cola has a... yeah, he's beat Ganon. So that's a nice chunk of bonus points for beating the Seed. GG's to Cola.
Oh, Timmy's getting the cack skull for his 50, so it's on
Yeah.
the way. He'll have just enough time to...
Yeah, Timmy's fine. He's got a few spare minutes to get that all sorted. No real problems. But yeah, GG's to Cola, finishing 2 hours, 20 minutes, 30 seconds. Still had more time, but... you know, it's the last week. The total points don't really matter as long as you're comfortably not being chased, and Cola was certainly more than comfortable. So, well done for him for beating the Seed. The hand in now. There we go. Bonus points for Timmy sorted. A pretty good skull grind, all told. It was interesting, Ink, that right at the start, you and Cola just played Serenade immediately with the boomerang in domain. It was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that Fountain, like, his domain shop was actually open for a little bit, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's actually not a bad spawn then. I'm at least glad I didn't do child fishing though, because Serenade right there, I went for like lake checks, and yeah, child fishing would have been a bad waste of time.
Yeah, well, Cola joins us. GG Cola. Well done for beating the Seed.
Yo, GG.
Jeez.
Stumbled nicely across those light arrows, which definitely set you up nicely for the end of the Seed. There was definitely, must be said, you skipped both a bomb bag and a magic in DMC, which was quite surprising.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, those were the two items bottlenecking me the most at the end of the Seed. Like, yeah. I was so happy to see the magic because that's a lot of points, obviously, for beating Ganon at the end.
Yeah, that was a big deal. But yeah, the magic was in the wall, and the bomb bag was on the volcano, and it's like, you've gone into DC, but you've not peaked those items. But because you can't beat DC, you're not going to leave normally, so you're not going to peak them again. So...
yeah, the thing is also I died in DC, right, to the fire keys, and that was pretty upsetting. So I kind of didn't look anymore.
Yeah, the long shot curse.
Yeah. That was terrible because I didn't have my shield equipped. I couldn't cancel the shot somehow. It just didn't cancel and I didn't pause fast enough.
Yeah, that was definitely a rough one. But
yeah, and I just had to reset, by the way, because if I don't reset instantly there, I die to the fire again because I don't have a guarantee.
Oh right, I wasn't sure because I was like the keys isn't going to hit you again, but. Yeah, if the fire was just gonna fuck you up, then yeah, that makes sense. But overall, I think you did pretty well. You certainly well ahead of everyone else in regards to skulls. You went pretty ham on those. And yeah, as you say, you managed to find the hammer. No one else actually picked up the hammer, to my knowledge, other than Timmy, right at the end. So yeah, only Timmy went to get Fountain once. Timmy went to Fountain once they got the Lyaro hint. Because obviously I think everyone had the hint that Fountain was path to Evolve, but there's no one ended up going. So yeah, no one really entered Shadow. No one got the hammer. There was also a bomb bag in Icy Waters, by the way.
Oh, cool. I didn't have the Iron Boots for that one, though, so
Yeah.
I'm not too upset there.
Yeah.
Would you like to know another thing, Cola? For Roar's Wind, was Zora's River open grotto?
Yeah, I do have that.
Oh, you had it.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the end.
you
Okay.
had it. Okay. We weren't sure because tracker, I think.
Yeah, most people skipped it for the longest time. But obviously you didn't have magic for most of the seat anyway, so
yeah, that's the bigger issue with that one.
Alright, well, Timmy's on Ganon. Hyper is in the tower, but will certainly not be beating Ganon this seed.
Is he in the tower? I don't have the stream open.
Yeah, Hyper is in tower at the moment, but Hyper doesn't have lights or hammer, so...
Okay, yeah, then he won't beat
definitely
the
won't be
seed.
beating Ganon. But they have handed in 50 skulls. I think that was the priority for them this seed. They probably could have beat Ganon had they not have... I don't know. We didn't get... Hyper was the person off-stream this seed, so we didn't really get to see much of their routing. But yeah, I think they could have... If they had a better skull route, sort of the past 10 minutes, they might have been able to do both and route them in, but just hasn't quite worked out for them. But they're not going to worry. Hyper is well and truly in the lead. There's no real risk of losing this week unless they took a crazy hit early. They have.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't seen what they got hit to.
I mean, anyone can just die randomly to something, right? And
yeah, for sure.
Then you're not in top 4 suddenly, despite being like 300 points ahead.
Yeah, that would have been a stunning end to the weeklies if one of Timmy or Hyper would have died, considering the fact they've been top of the leaderboards basically for 7 out of 8 weeks. So
not quite true. I've topped 2 of them. So
yeah, no, I meant just like in terms of points totals. I think they've been.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah, in the top 2
Oh,
essentially since the start.
Timmy's bailing. Timmy's bailing. He doesn't think he has enough time.
Do you mean Hyper?
Timmy's?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Timmy's
sorry, that was Hyper. Sorry, that was
yeah,
Hyper.
I was gonna say Timmy's in the
wait.
cutscene. That would be one hell of a
why.
bail.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought that. Hyper. Yeah, I guess Hyper can only go for points here. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's gonna go
I
for
don't know
the
why I thought
Colossus
it was
points.
Timmy.
Oh, there we
Timmy
go. Hyper taking the death
the
anyway.
203.
I did have some spoilers from having the race room open there.
Go. I think it makes sense for Hyper to have just gone for that. But we'll bring them in. GG's Hyper. We can't hear you if you're talking. I'll blame the bushfires.
Yo, GG.
GG's Hyper. Well done. We'll see if we can grab Timmy. It might be a little late for Timmy, but we'll see if we can get him in anyway. But yeah, well done. We didn't have you on stream for until Durax died. Where was your first hit, if you don't mind me asking?
Forest, lowest, alphas, and then I had to play safe from there. It's about probably about an hour and a half in. And then I just had to avoid all the dangerous areas, and I was just eyes on the race room waiting for a death.
Yeah, I feel you. I got double tapped by the Stalfos in Ganon's.
Oof.
Yeah, that was a rough one. You'd done so well the whole race, and then just like within 7 seconds you took 2 hits. It's oh fuck, that was rough.
Where were lights? I didn't even bother looking for them.
They were in DMC Hammer Grow.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, Hammer was hinted quite early for most players. And we have Timmy in. GG's, Timmy.
GG.
GG.
Your mic sounds absolutely fine, so don't worry about that one. But yeah, well done. You and Cola beat the seed, so congrats on that one, and also congrats on joining us for a live race. It's been sad not having you in the live races, but great to have you finally in one. So well done for. Thank you for staying up late to join us for this one.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm happy I could finally join one, honestly. The asyncs are just not the same.
But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about the seed in a second. But now that everyone's finished, Hyper, if you could just do me a favour and pop your points in the thing once you're comfortable. Not that you're in contention for lowest point score, so don't worry about it. But we'll just run through the points. Obviously, there's not much else to run through. It was only me on the async. Unfortunately, as we know, we had 2 eliminations. Going out in the lowest round score is me on 51. And going out on the lowest total score is Ink. I don't know the total score, but you had less points than Durax, and you were 14 points behind Durax going into this round. So our top 4 is Hyper, Timmy, Cola, and Durax. Congratulations to the 4 of you making it to the finals.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I did not think...
crazy at the end.
Jeez. Oh.
Yeah, Durax came in here and both basically like, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
But then,
you want to know something crazy? You remember that one seed where I took a death and lost my hitless run at like 259?
Yeah.
If I didn't, me and Durex would have tied on points.
Yeah, it was super close. Yeah.
And then I don't know what you would do in that case. I guess maybe it would be me because I went out on lowest score, second lowest score this seed, right? Is that correct?
Well, it would it would have been whoever had the best round up to this week, and that would have probably been Durax's 195.
Okay.
Yeah, because if it's round score, then it's whoever gets the points first. But if it's total score, it's whoever had the best round, and that would have been Durax. So okay, don't worry, Ink, you'd have been eliminated anyway.
yeah. That's what I was like, jeez.
Yeah, but no, unfortunately, I had a pretty rough week. I took a stupid hit by falling down the Deku Tree as adult, and then a Dynalphos backstabbed me in Spirit Temple. So,
no.
Happy days. But oh well. Like I said, big GGs to you 4 for making it to the final. But obviously, we will go away and plan that one in so that everyone can play that one live. But yeah, super happy that we managed to get 8 weeks under our belts, and a huge congrats to everyone that made it this far as well. Timmy, Cola, Hyper, you all sort of went pretty ham on skulls this seed. And yeah, as I say, Hyper, we didn't really see the start of your race. Who skipped domain and who didn't right at the start? I'm genuinely curious.
I skipped it at the start, but as soon as I got the hint, I went back and did it.
Yeah, same.
I did just play Serenade at the start of the seed just to get to market and adult, but I then went to domain after my adult section.
Yeah, the Valley hookshot definitely caught a few of you out, that's for sure.
I never even got it.
Yeah, Timmy didn't have that for ages.
Yeah.
My only hook was domain shop, so...
I had both of them. I did more fun. That's something.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't go for it.
I've not seen a Morpher kill in a weekly race, I don't think. I was pleasantly surprised that you managed to find both Longshot and Irons and Water Temple. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, it's surprisingly rare to get those items.
Yeah, but then
I did it too. I did. That one was like, I mean, the items were just kind of there, so it was pretty easy to, just knock that out of the way. Especially with having Furor's Wind, like, I just peeked it, set Furor's Wind there, came back with my kit. So, was I the only one that took like almost 2 hours to find a bomb bag?
No,
I didn't have one.
I never got one.
Me neither.
Yeah,
And I didn't get the hammer, so I was playing without explosives the whole time.
Basically, no one chose to peak the volcano, like the whole race. So that was quite fun. I think Durax was the first person to have the bomb bag on stream, and that took ages.
Wait, what? I didn't have a bomb bag.
Oh, did you not? Who was it then? It must have been Timmy. Yeah, sorry, it was Timmy, because Timmy went into DMC with fairly under-equipped, and then you managed to get a bomb bag, magic, and then you went straight into DC, beat DC, and it was like, oh, holy shit, Timmy is now on top of the world. It's a pretty good 10 minutes for you, I think, all things considered.
Yeah.
I don't know, this was a weird seed. I don't think I should have played Skulls, but by the time I decided that, I already had like 30, and so I just had to keep playing for them. And then that commitment kind of blocked me from pushing for the light arrow hint, so I just had to commit to the Skull finish.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't go for Skulls, you can get a lot more points from just killing enemies in the dungeons with the time you get from that.
Yeah, there's so much like world exploration I haven't done. I've only checked like half the dungeons.
Yeah, it's because warp songs were rubbish. Like warp songs were mega bad this seed.
And the save spawns, like they were so bad.
Yeah, Adult spawn was fucking rough. Yeah, super bad.
Yeah, they were bad, but it's also like a weird mindset. Like when I'm on 2 lives, I play like my normal game, but as soon as I took a hit and there were no deaths in the race room, it's like, all right, I gotta switch gears and just slow down and just get a save score.
Yeah, I did the same.
And the relief when Chimp posted that the async had finished, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was busy 10
I
minutes.
played Skulls as well. I had a very good round. I died with 38 at the end, not having touched Forest yet. So I think if I kept going, I would have definitely had 50, but I didn't have a bow. Those bow locations weren't very nice either.
I got both the adult, like the child boss bonus points. That's
nice.
Gamer.
Also, I think Alco's right. I think Timmy did tie the best weekly score with that score of 203. Nice. So a huge congrats to that one. Especially since this seed felt so dry.
Yeah.
Like for the first hour, it was like, oh man. I think when it hit an hour, I had 8 points. I was like, fuck, this is the worst hour of my life. It's just really bad. Those warp songs did not help anything. But huge Timmy for that score. 203 is mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beginning was really slow, but at the end, I got so many points really fast.
Next week is gonna be crazy because like it's just balls to the wall. You can't play safe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like nobody is pulling any punches there.
We're gonna be seeing the greediest gameplay in Uter history.
Yeah, I'm
slow check imaginable.
I'm definitely gonna get like
I'm really assuming that like 2 people are gonna die by the hour.
Yeah, just because like even though I had nerves for this one, but like next week's gonna be completely different like level of nerves.
Yeah, dude, I was super nervous for this one too. Like even Dampe race, my heart was like 180, bro.
There was a point where Durax, I think you almost got hit by an icicle in ice, and I felt your panic through the screen. I was like, holy shit, that was close.
Yeah, I was actually rolling kinda at the wrong angle, so I didn't fall forward, and the icicle almost hit me. And also my damper race was, I also had like 180. It was so fucking bad.
It doesn't help that like I'm just gonna be playing S9 for the next week and forget about Battle Royale, and then have the grand final next week.
Well, we'll see how everyone gets on. The last match will be based on availability of our 4 finalists as opposed to just a set time. So we'll plan that in Discord. Well, I say we. I guess you guys can kind of plan that in Discord.
It's gonna be brutal.
After we're done and into tomorrow, and we'll pick the right time. Doesn't necessarily need to be next week, by the way. Ultimately, it'll just be the next opportunity that you four are available, and we'll work it out from there. But for now, we will call it there. Big thanks to Alka for the restream, and thank you for New IT Guy for commentating, not just this weekly, but a few of the weeklies gone by to get us to this stage. So. But yeah, huge shout-outs to everyone for helping Battle Royale get restreamed. I know it's a very niche tournament, but I've really enjoyed playing it, watching it, and yeah, there's one more to go, and really looking forward to, I guess, not being in it, but at least commentating what will be a very exciting final.
Yeah, thank you as well for organizing it.
Yeah, thanks everyone for this amazing race. Not a lot of death, which is a good thing for this tournament. So yeah, congratulations. And yeah, hoping to see grand finals. And yeah, so yeah, big thanks to Chimp for this tournament, and to Chimp and New IT Guy for the commentary today. So yeah, besides Battle Royale, we have not a lot of things on schedule right now, but the few things that are on schedule are pretty exciting. We have the A Link to the Past No Major Glitch League Season 11 that has started, and we will have one of these matches tomorrow. And I think it's next week we have the Majora Mask Randomizer Multi-World Tournament Season 1 Showcase Race on the SR. So it will be on Saturday at 10 AM Eastern. So yeah, if you want to see some big multi-world tournament, it will be there. So thanks everyone, and that's it for us for tonight. Have a good time.
Good night, folks.